You're an energetic being that connects you or gives you access to every energy of creation in existence. Your stewardship of those energies is the gift you gift the universe. What about, no matter what it looks like and no matter what it takes, will you receive the acknowledgement of you, the access to you and of you, and the gift that it truly is to be you beyond anything you've ever fathomed? This is about blowing the door open to have the convergence of possibilities and you having an energetic space of choice, creation, and actualization all around you to draw upon for the creation of your life and living and future. Our future together, collectively, is created by the choices each of us make individually. Now is the space for us to have access to the space of the convergence of possibilities. The symphony convergence begins. What else is possible we've never considered before? And will you say yes? I used to doubt whether people got what I was doing because, let's face it, can't see it. And I walked into an abuse hold class that Grace Douglas was delivering. And I sensed a change in relaxation in my entire universe and realized it was what she was being. And I was like, oh. And then I listened to a class that Monica Gilliam did about plants. And a similar thing occurred, but with a different vibration. And I was like, oh, this just is. Don't try to understand it. Just let it contribute in an undefined, undefinable, out of control, uncontrollable way, please. Will you say yes? What if you didn't have to understand the change? What if it were just that everything became different? That is the largeness of change that is the journey we are on today, but also the change that is now available. Hello, Earth. Hello, beautiful home. How did we get so lucky to live in communion with such a nurturing, joyful, contributory, kind, creative, miraculous being? We are saying yes to getting over our shit today. I'd like to walk with all the energies that you present and gift and be that gift. What if it is finally the space where there's been enough consciousness brought to this world for us to be the creators of the world? But what if now's the space for us to create the world? The future we truly know is possible and always have. And what if it has not been time until now? What if it has not been time, and what if the space and the convergence, the space of possibilities, the convergence of possibilities into the reality of possibilities has not been available until now? Now is the space, beautiful you. Will you say yes, please? What if you have never been wrong? What if the world looking the way it does? What if it is far less destructive than it would have been without you here? And what would you have to choose to be to end all the destructive elements against possibilities and consciousness? What if in 4 trillion years you've never made a misstep? What would have to break in your world to ever think that you've ever chosen wrong? What if everything we are being and doing is by design and right on time? What if you open the door the millisecond the door becomes available? Like this, when I sense contraction, I say, I am here, and it opens back up. Potential tool may change your entire perspective of here and now. You may find people and their choices decreasing in relevance in all kinds of unexpected ways. Because when you recognize you can be what you are, without anyone being relevant, when you realize you're a part of the universe, people lose their significance and relevance. The universe becomes more relevant. The smallness of things like people and the idea that they can hold back your creations and choices and are relevant for futures and relevant for creation, you begin to see as the absolute piece of shit lie that it has always been. I'm saying yes. Will you? Would you like to? Would it be like if it never stopped and just kept going and going and growing and growing? How much of the universe did we open might give you an awareness that we are changing the dynamics, going beyond the linearity for everything. Truly, what is possible now that has never been possible before. And I would like to add one thing here that I don't know if it's been something that you've been acknowledged for ever or were allowed or able to receive. But I would like to acknowledge the gift of you being here on this planet, in this lifetime, being and exploring everything you are. You often get crap for being the weirdo, the strange one. You think you somehow don't belong, and you don't belong in a reality of judgment and meanness. You don't belong in a reality of poverty. It's not yours. But the power that you have is so immense that you can function in a reality that is not yours, oftentimes better than those for whom it is their reality. But until you access you, there's an up and down. There's like this hole that feels like it can never be filled. What about, no matter what it looks like and no matter what it takes, will you receive the acknowledgement of you, the access to you and of you, and the gift that it truly is to be you beyond anything you've ever fathomed? See, your beauty is something that goes beyond reality itself. There's no validation for the beauty of you that exists in this thing we call messed reality. But the beauty you are exists because you are a being beyond messed reality. So to look for validation, to look for somehow you're not wrong, to look for inclusion in a reality even full of people that is so much smaller and less than you is inappropriate. To be acknowledged and invited to being oneness with the universe, to being oneness with all of the elements, the generative elements and the elementals. That is more what is true for you. So everything you've done to dynamically invalidate the being, the beautiful being, the potent, the kind, the inclusionary being you are. When you say yes to something completely fucking different, no matter what it looks like, no matter what it takes, no matter what it changes, no matter who and what you gain, and no matter who and what you lose. To you, incredibly beautiful being, thank you for being. And what if you, truly being you, are the gift, the change, and the possibility this world requires? Let's have way more fun in the journey than any of us are supposed to. Let's have way more fun than any of us have allowed so far. And let's acknowledge it now is our space. That there's enough consciousness that has been melded into this reality to truly allow us to access the symphony of possibilities with the convergence of possibilities that the universe is.